something I ponder about myself occasionally. Is because I'm pretty good about it. If I go to, back when I was still going to restaurants pre-pandemic, instead of ordering out, if I went to a restaurant and I knew I liked something, I was 90% probably going to order that same thing because it's for sure it's a safe thing. I like it. I know it. So sometimes I wonder if it's just a product of the Adam West reruns were on show at the right time for the Keaton movie to hit, for the Batmans to keep me going. And, oh, are you feeling a little bit grumpy here at adolescence? Good news. Here's Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns to really sink you in. And I wonder if that had been another character that had gotten that treatment and been the focus of mainstream love for that long, if it's still Batman on my shelf or if it's whoever the other character is that's merchandised to me.
It could be, and it's also possible to lose that love. Jurassic Park was my first home franchise. Jurassic Park was the big media franchise that said, hey, little girl, come in. You're welcome here. Batman was not super welcoming during our childhood and teen years to female fans. It just wasn't. And neither were the majority of superhero movies. Neither was Star Wars at the time, honestly. These were not things that thought my money had any value. And then we get Jurassic Park, and it gives us an equal number of male and female protagonists. It gives us people of color. It gives us all sorts of options. And it says everyone's money is welcome at Jurassic Park. Please come in. I would have been buying tickets, even knowing people were getting eaten by dinosaurs. I hear the theme music to Jurassic Park, and I still get a dopamine hit. I just perk right up at that theme. The da-da-da-da-da. I am there. And then Jurassic World happened. And Jurassic World was so dismissive of its female characters and so hostile toward women in the park that for the first time, I felt like they didn't want to sell me a ticket. They didn't want me at Jurassic Park. And so I stopped. I have not seen any of the more recent films, and I'm not interested. That is a franchise that no longer wants my money, and so it can't have it.
Fair enough.
It's Jurassic Park. I have a complicated relationship with. I love the book, but I also really wish Harry Knight had lived long enough to finish out his plagiarism case. And then Jurassic World. The real ideology of the Jurassic Park movies is God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs, God creates man, man creates dinosaurs, dinosaurs eat man, woman inherits the earth. There is never an on-screen female death in one of the 3 Jurassic Park movies. Like, ever at all.
Yes, that's true. That hadn't occurred to me.
And then like Jurassic World, we punish the babysitter for not doing a good enough job of taking care of other people's children by giving her a death so prolonged and brutal that it made me uncomfortable. And making me uncomfortable with a horror movie death is really difficult. And it's just like, that was... When you add that to the fact that it was the first movie with no female kids, they only have boys, and one of their personalities is baby sexist. And now, like, here's one woman, we hate her because she doesn't want kids. Here's another woman, she has been stuck with 2 kids she didn't expect because she's not a babysitter, she's an assistant, and we're going to punish her for not being motherly enough. It's just like, you really don't want me here, do you?
Does Colin Trevorrow have some, well, I don't know, it's a Hollywood person. They've all got slightly spotty records. I thought that he had some directed. I know that's not Spielberg, in fact. I liked, just in terms of representation, the second movie, because I thought Julianne Moore was, I can't remember her character's name right offhand, but was a much stronger character. She's the first one to the island. She's ahead of everybody else. They're there to save her, and then she's saving them. And then Goldblum's daughter, Stuart's wife, is African American, and that was one of the first instances of an interracial family in a mainstream story we can remember.
Yep. And then we switch to Jurassic World, where it's all pretty white people, and Claire is basically there to be a stereotypical Hollywood strong female character. And all of her strength is, look how well I perform femininity while in a jungle where it makes no sense.
Okay, you've convinced me. That movie's trash.
It is.
I'm with you.
Drove me away from my heart's true franchise.
My standard was just, were the dinosaurs pretty cool? Did I like the part where the T-Rex showed up? I did, but nope, I hadn't given it the full consideration. You're right.
I love Trexie. Trexie has been my girl since I was a kid, but just no can do.